Hello, West Seattle High School staff. This is a video about how to get into Sharepoint to look at files about the advisory and various other things. There's a bunch of ways to get to it from at home or from any web-based computer, but the simplest thing to do is just go to Seattle Public Schools' basic web page, their homepage, and you will see this. And at the basic homepage, you will also see that up here at the top right, there is a little drop-down menu for staff. You can see it up at the top right. And from this staff drop-down menu, you will see Office 365, which is where SharePoint and all the other Microsoft stuff we're using is. So click this link from the drop-down menu for staff, Office 365. And you'll get your basic login, which you have to use your normal password that you use at work. I use this thing always. Oops, got to type your password correctly. I don't bother with the desktop links, but you're welcome to. I'll show you that in some other video that I make from work. But when you log in from a browser, you will get this for Office 365. This little opening page. It'll have like the most recent files you've had opened down at the bottom, and then it'll have this menu of things that you can use for Office 365. The ones that you're probably going to use the most are Mail, which would take you to your district mail. Some of you guys may get into this Office 365 thing through the Mail login, which will have the 9 boxes, and that'll just bring this stuff up. But I'm going in through Office 365 as opposed to in through Mail. But you'll have your Mail here, you'll have your calendar here, which is the school calendar, and then most importantly, you have SharePoint. So this little square here with the S and the hexagon or pentagram sticking out of it is SharePoint, and that's what you're going to want to click on. So click on SharePoint. It'll open a new tab, and you will see that you'll be following some sites, maybe. Probably you won't be following anything if you've never done this before. It'll suggest some sites. But you'll notice that the one we want, which is the official West Seattle High School site, is not here. These are some goofy sites I made up for practice, which I'm not supposed to have been allowed to do. But anyway, go to the search tab up here and just type in West Seattle High School. And this will get you to the SharePoint site for West Seattle High School. So go into the search bar, type in West Seattle High School, and then click search. All right. And it'll bring up a list of West Seattle High School-ish things and people. But the thing you're actually looking for is this West Seattle High School one that just shows up at the top for obvious reasons. And so this suggested site is the one you want. Click on it. And that will open our SharePoint site for West Seattle High School. And then since you want to be able to find it again easily, you want to be following it. So what you want to do is go up here at the top right again by your login page, or login thingy, and there's a little follow button. Right now it's not solid, so you want to follow this site. And so now you can see that I am now following the West Seattle High School site. So you want to get that little thing happening. So now that I'm following it, I can use it however I want for various kinds of things. You'll notice a little nav bar for various kinds of things on the site, and then there's some buckets here for various kinds of information that are a little easier to find. Most of the stuff we'll do for advisory and in staff meetings and things like that will be in curriculum and school operations. So if you click on this curriculum and school operations button, which is the same thing as this nav link over here, if you click on that, it will open up yet another tab, and this tab will have the various folders and files that we will be distributing to each other using SharePoint. So there is the stuff for the advisory, there's stuff for activities and athletics, there's computer lab signups. I'll make a different video showing you how to do that, but which you can probably figure out just by clicking on that. And in the advisory folder, you'll see the various kinds of things that we're going to be doing with advisory. And so this will be where we get most of this information. All right, so that's how to get into SharePoint and how to get to the advisory folder within SharePoint. So again, you're going to Office 365 and you're looking for this SharePoint thingy here. And when you click on that, it will bring up the various things that you are following. And for some reason, it's not showing there as following, but it will when I log in. And again, either that or just keep typing West Seattle High School into the search bar. Ta-da! West Seattle High School. And there we are. Okay, make sure to click follow, and I'm already following. All right, that's it. Hope that was helpful. Bye.